Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you guys don't know who I am spiritual coach, life coach Coco, just someone that just wants to help you out in this thing called life. Today's been such a very interesting day. It's been literally like the first day in fall or autumn that it is like kind of like raining and gloomy. We've had such wonderful weather last week. I had the perfect day on, I think it was last Sunday. I had the most perfect, like the weather was perfect. The sun was out, there was no wind. I was chilling in the park, and I noticed that like all the social media right now, I know that we're going through a lot as a nation, as a whole, as a world, but the content is very emotional and inaccurate. Okay, so I want to give you guys some messages today. Um, be sure to like, share, and subscribe if you like videos like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, book me on my page, but let's get into it. Let's do a prayer. Let's take 3 deep breaths. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Heavenly Father, ancestor, spirit guides, protective angels, higher self, lower self, and Mother God, thank you so much for bringing me to this wonderful space and connecting me with the collective. I appreciate everything you do, from the abundance, substance, and prosperity that you give. Today, I'm going to be doing a reading as far as what we can be expecting in the month of November, and maybe some reroutes or, some changes that people are finding unexpected. I appreciate everything you do. And if you are not called in this reading, you are not welcome. Amen. I got that like some people were getting kind of sick lately, like whether it is we have a full moon, by the way, it's coming up, but I definitely think that everyone's feeling a little bit ill, and I actually think we're going through a lunar eclipse. I think we have a lunar eclipse that's coming up, or a total solar eclipse. I didn't figure out which one it is yet, because I was like, yo, if it's gonna come and the messages, they're gonna come. But some of you guys could be feeling really sick right now. Let's see what Spirit has to say. What messages do you have to say today to the collective? The Star. Some of you guys, oops, sorry. Some of you guys could be just living in your moment right now. And what that looks like is you're waking up passionate. Maybe you just want to start cleaning. Maybe you want to start getting back into your hobbies. Maybe, your mental state is a little bit better, so you're able to like be a little bit more productive, which makes you feel good inside. I'm getting, for a lot of you that I'm reading for, you guys have issues with like productivity and just like sitting down. Every time you feel like you're sitting down, you feel like you're unproductive, and you feel like nothing is being achieved. So you could have some deep rooted trauma with self-acceptance. And then also maybe you might have had some trauma where you lived in a household where you always had to be doing something. I know in my household, we could watch TV sometimes, but there was 3 of us, so we all had to be like doing something different. But a lot of the times, yeah, we had to be like, wake your ass up, clean, you know what I'm saying? We got to do something today or whatever it is, until I got a little bit older. So really breaking out of that trauma, I think that with this full moon that's coming up, that's here right now, actually, you're going to realize like a lot of the issues that you thought that were a problem that people could see really aren't the issue. And the real issue could be acceptance. The real issue could be forgiveness. You know what I'm saying? And I'm also trying to find forgiveness in my life with the people that I'm around, because they're growing and I can't always go back to have the conversation with them because they're not at that point where to have it yet. So I just have to be able to keep enough space open for myself if that conversation were to happen, and keep space for this new version of who they are. Yeah. Okay. So with this star, I'm getting that like the energy that you're carrying is so like monumental. It's huge. Like it's almost like as big as the sun. You know what I'm saying? Like as she's standing here and as she's giving and as she's giving back to herself, and she's pouring back into like her love life, maybe what she likes, maybe you guys are getting back into sensuality, maybe you want to be more sensual in your life and start romanticizing like dinner, or excuse me, doing like baths or something like that, or maybe like when you go to sleep wearing like cute pajamas, or like before you go to sleep maybe doing a prayer. There's something that you're really like getting into routine that you're starting to figure out about yourself, or what makes you feel good. I also want to talk about how lately, probably like for the past 3 months, people haven't been able to sleep well. And it is because we have this new energy coming into Earth. And what that looks like is like, it's going to be so hard to explain. But I was talking about in the video, we're like living on a grid. And sometimes when you have a lot of energy in that grid, people can feel you in the grid. Like if there's like a grid that's all around us and you have like really big energy, think of like a computer where they have to keep a fan next to the computer, or else like the battery gets, oh, I said the computer, the battery of a computer, and they have to keep the fan close to the battery of the computer so it doesn't overheat. And it's almost like that. Like you keep finding yourself in situations where like, I shouldn't be here. I shouldn't be around these people, or it's supposed to be my time, or when I'm supposed to, the ducks are supposed to be coming in, all this good stuff. And it's like, spirit is kind of like not dimming your light, but almost keeping you like, in a small firmament, because you're causing like a lot of disruption in like the frequent field that's around you, and people can feel it. And sometimes people will come in to see what that light is. That's why you have random people hitting you up who you would never think that were interested in you. That's why you've been random, like people just coming to your page, random people following you. You'll see like new and different people like at your grocery stores. I know it's because it's around the holidays and people are traveling, but you'll see like there's a new chapter that's coming in. And sometimes that does look like, I have to be honest, people getting fired at your regular grocery store so you can have new people come in because there's a new energy that comes in. So in this, it's like when you play a grocery game and you go to the grocery store, and like the next level you have like the same customers, but like you're different, and you have like new tools, and you have maybe like a grill over here, you have like a new cashier or a bagger or something, whatever. It's like something along those lines. So now you have certain traits and characteristics and routines that are already in place. So this next level that you're going to, it's almost like they're gonna let go of this restraint that they have on your energy, so you can just like let wild and just do what you need to do. Okay, but what are some things that you need to look out for in this next transition? Queen of Swords. I have the Queen of Swords and the Three of Wands that came out. So I think in this new chapter, you guys are going to be worried about how people perceive you. Some people could look at you as a loner. Some people could look at you as like mean, or someone that's not very open or very direct. And you have to be okay with that, because if you're trying to create a future for yourself so people can have a better life, and so they can have a job, or so they can live out their dreams, it's really important for you to understand that like, you're going to come off crazy. You're going to come off rude. You're going to come off like, unsettling to some people. And it's really not up to you. Like it's not up to you to really figure out why you're coming off like that to those people. It's up to them to ask themselves, why don't they like you in your own energy? Why don't they like you showing up in your own authentic energy? And the more you stop caring about that, the easier life's going to be. Okay. But I am getting with this Queen of Swords and Three of Wands that you kind of have to be like this towards people, because people are waiting to see how they can get close to you so they can benefit from the opportunities that you get. And if you're someone that's just so open and inviting all the time, you're going to invite the wrong people in when you're already doing the things you need to do, and they can come in and infiltrate you. They can come in and literally wreck everything that you've been doing from the foundation. And we literally just built the foundation in the world, bitch. We literally just built the foundation in the spiritual system, bitch. So get it together. So yeah, Spirit slowly, day by day, has been, giving you back your energy. And I think it's a lot of the emotional instability that's been happening. The world has really been pushing this narrative that, we need to divide, and we need to, like, the people who are racist, the people who are not racist. And to be honest, at the end of the day, it's going to be like, do you think people should live? Do you think other people should live? Yes. And why not? And it's such a hard question to answer, because some people don't think that we should have open will and rights to live, for food, for living, for shelter, for any of that. So going into like this next chapter, you have to be very sure what type of people you're coming around, because a lot of people are here to eat. They're not here to, give back to the garden. They're here to eat at the garden. And if people are always eating at the garden and you don't have nothing to feed them, they're going to get angry. So it could be something different too. But for the most part, if scavengers, it's like if you're feeding animals outside and then one day that you don't have food and they're all like, what the fuck? Like, meow, 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 where's the food? Bark, 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 where's the food? You know, it's kind of like, damn, bitch. I was doing this for free out of the kindness of my heart. So it's like you're going to be feeding a monster that you're eventually not going to be able to feed. So just make sure to have people around you that know how to feed themselves at the end of the day. Yeah, you like what I have to offer, but do you have any food back at your place? You know what I'm saying? Like, so I know it's going to sound crazy, but feeding the homeless sometimes can really make you like homeless, and it could put you in a shelter. You could be just like those people if you don't know how to cut off the well of fortune. Okay. What's happening in the month for what's happening this month in November for the collective? I'm getting that some of you, I don't know what this is, like a princess dress. Some of you are maybe going to get invited to a formal event, a black tie event. This month, a lot of people are going to be feeling out in the cold because they do see that you are creating something from yourself from within. And again, like closing the door on people who feel like this, it's like, it almost looks like they're coming in to try to like knock on your door. It's almost like the energy that you carry creates this sanctuary for people where they can feel safe and calm and unjudged, and you know, they could just let wild of things that they only daydream about. And when they come around you, they feel like that, but then it's almost like you have this force field around you, and people are trying to figure out where the entrance is of like this force field. Jan, definitely. Okay. And people are trying to figure out like where this force field is around you, because they want to find the entrance so they can experience this. And this could be friends, this could be people that you used to talk to, this could be literally anybody. Knowing what people are around you for is the biggest deal. And I had to stop hanging out with people because they like the energy that I'm around, but I don't feel comfortable around them. Like I can't be myself around them, so I'm people pleasing. And then when I stop people pleasing, it's like the energy dies. So it's like, of course you can be like the person that's in movement and being happy and want to help people, but if you don't have other people that you can go to and be around like that, it's draining because you're just giving yourself to them all the time. So people are trying to find a way into your happiness because they see that you're loving life, you're loving yourself, you're loving on yourself. They see that you hang out with people, but they don't know who you're hanging out with. So they're kind of like, how, why, like this person, like they don't ever invite me in anything, or like they, you know, they post stuff on their page and like, you know, am I just supposed to show up? So like these people want to invite and you're not sending them to invite. That's all I'm going to say. Okay. Let's get some advice. Let's get some advice. I feel like that was a pretty good message. We're already at 13 minutes. My messages be going for like almost 40 minutes. So let's just try to keep it short. I'm gonna pull 6 cards for advice. What advice do you have for the collective who's watching this video? I'm getting moved forward from any petty situations. Move forward from any petty situations that like they could be in the past, or because what I'm seeing with these 2 cards, this person, could be you, feels forced off of the edge. Like this person feels like all of the choices and how people are treating them and how people are showing up and all the opportunities, and you know, it's almost like all of their choices are forcing them to the edge. It's almost like you feel like the community that you're trying to create is against you. What other messages do we have? Maybe you guys can feel a little abrasive when people come back into your life and try to like apologize or something like that, or just kind of see what you're doing. Maybe you feel a little jaded from the previous connection or past relationship that you had with these people. Spirit, please give me more advice, please. Queen of Cups, Magician. I'm like 2 more cards, please. Because I want to, this is a lot of cards. I want to make sure that the message that I'm going to say to you is exactly what's going to happen and has happened for you to really understand. So they want me to, it's more than what I was expecting, but give me a sec. Okay. So what I'm getting here is, it was the Queen of Cups, then the Magician. I just get that you're someone who really cares about people and how you interact with people. And sometimes you get in your head because you could hear stories about how people don't like you, or how, like, you know, how you treated them, or how you came off, or how you ignored them. And you ultimately had to, because like people don't understand where you're putting an event together. Like, let me get back to you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I appreciate everyone, but like, let me get back to you, because it's like, would you interrupt a brain surgeon from doing surgery? Would you interrupt a dentist from doing, or whatever they are, endodontist, to do a root canal? Like, you guys wouldn't interfere people who are actually doing real work. And I'm guessing this message is for the cross watcher, but this is so you can really know what people are thinking about you. People think that you spend time by yourself because you think that you burn bridges with people that you have no one to hang out with, and you put yourself in these positions where you burn those bridges, so now you have no one to hang out with because you don't want to people please, because these people were not acting ethical. Especially if you worked with them and they saw that you were doing work like at your computer, and they're always trying to talk to you. It's just like, we could do this sometimes, but I can't multitask. And it's the fact that you can't either. And it's like, people don't see that when you're in your craft, it's an actual, you're working and you're doing and you're in it. So sometimes it does come off like you're bitchy sometimes. I had a conversation with a friend and she was just like, does it come off, I don't want to seem like I'm coming off as bitchy. And I said, you're very particular, so it does come off like, you know, you're bitchy. And we haven't even had a conversation since after that. I don't know if it offended her or what, but if you're doing business and this is what people are saying to you, don't always take, like, especially if you're asking it about yourself, if you're asking for feedback, even if you're not asking for feedback, if you're going to be a business owner, and just in the world that we live in today, you have to have tough skin, because everything shouldn't bother you. Because what's the objective of going outside today? To make people fall in love with you? If that wasn't the objective, then what was it? Okay. So I am getting that how people are acting towards you is going to want to make you go back into hermit mode and make you like jump off the cliff. But what's the result from all of this? What's the result from people acting like this towards the collective and misconstruing their words? And, you know, what is the outcome? King of Pentacles, y'all. Outcome is King of Pentacles. Outcome is you get into the bag. Outcome is hater never said nothing. Hater never did nothing. And it's because, like I said, when you're just trying to do good for yourself and do good for other people, there will be a lot of people think you're doing it for like just accolades. There's people that will think that you're doing it because you want to put a name to say, I help people, you know, very egotistical. And yeah, that's really the message that I have for today. I think that the support that you're looking for sometimes might not come externally, but you've already been going through that anyways. You've already been putting yourself in positions where you feel uncomfortable. You've been putting yourself around people where you feel uncomfortable. You've been working in certain areas of like healing that needs to be done, and you've been working on areas that you don't even think that need to be done, but they could still be, you know, brushed up on and just perfected a little bit, or just tweaked a little bit, so you know you can see the world in a different way. So I'm so proud of you guys for keeping your mental health well. I'm proud of you for trying new physical activities. I appreciate you for joining my channel, and I'm very grateful of the progress that we've made as a human race. it's going to take a little bit of time to get everyone on the same page, but we all deserve rights. We all deserve love. We all deserve peace. And I will talk to you guys next time. If you'd like to book a personal reading, go ahead and yeah, book with me on my Instagram below. I'll talk to you next time. Bye.